I am so glad to get to come and visit Washington and walk through the halls and meet with your representatives. I am also very proud that I got to follow in the footsteps of so many great Illinoisans who have managed to come to serve, including your own father, here in Washington, and hopefully do right by the people of Illinois. My background is a military one. I served for 23 years in the United States Army, and a big chunk of that in the Illinois Army National Guard. And one of the things that people don't realize is that the Illinois Army National Guard has participated in the State Partnership for Peace program. And in that program, the military in each of the states partners with the military of a foreign nation to work together, train together, to establish security, to establish friendships, but also to train and work with each other, deploy together. And Illinois has the oldest partnership in the entire nation, and that is with Poland. So for 27 plus years now, essentially my entire military career, I grew up with a fellow Polish Army officer who we would see on training. They would come to the U.S., we would go to Poland. In fact, my boss during my time in Iraq is Randy Sikowski, who is now my downstate director for the state of Illinois. So the Illinois Army National Guard is full of Polish Americans who are serving, and that provides us with very unique language skills and cultural skills that provide us the ability as a nation to work within NATO to oppose those forces that come up and try to bring tyranny and to oppress and to bring and try to weaken NATO. And if you think about it, what Russia has done in terms of attacking the U.S. elections, by the way, they stole the entire voter file for the state of Illinois 2 years ago. So people don't even realize this. So it wasn't even just in 2016, it was before that they managed to steal the entire voter file for the state of Illinois. We were one of the first states that was hacked. But with what happened with Georgia and then with Crimea, that's 2 times now that Russia has managed to annex basically territory for the first time since World War II. And who stands on the other side of this expansionist policy? Poland does. Poland is the first NATO nation on the other side, standing the line, providing the security for all of Europe. And right next to them is the Illinois Army National Guard. Because when Crimea was annexed, the Polish defense minister, after he called the U.S. Embassy, he called the general of the Illinois Army National Guard and said, we're going to need some help here because we're on the other side of this and we need to be ready. So I'm very proud of that very special relationship, and I think it's a testament both the friendship of our countries and the common sacrifices of our militaries. And history has proven that our nation's security is strengthened by partnerships like this. By relationships like the State Partnership for Peace, we have forged blood on the battlefield and shared sacrifice over not just years, but decades. These bonds are not easy to break, and they should be treasured now more than ever. And so I applaud what you are doing by extending and strengthening the bonds of not just security, but also friendship and cultural sharing, but also economic partnerships, also business opportunities, also the dynamism of what is modern-day Poland and what you can do for Europe, and also what the Polish-American community does in a great city like Chicago, our economy. That affects our national economic competitiveness as well. So, not a better time than this year's centennial to have the opportunity to celebrate Poland's many milestones, as well as to reflect on the darker chapters of Poland's past and to learn from those and never let those happen again. But that means that we must maintain the closest bond between the United States and Poland that we possibly can, so that we don't have a situation like what happened in 1939, like what happened in the past, so that people don't have to struggle for democracy and freedom yet once again. Because They're the ones who are leading the rest of Europe into democracy and freedom, especially when we look at nations that are under Russian influence at this time. So to the Polish American community, even from thousands and thousands of miles away from Warsaw, I consider myself so lucky to be able to learn from you and your country's rich history and traditions. And I thank you all again so much for letting me come here to speak to you today. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I don't know if you're in town any more through the weekend, but thank you for being here.